Good morning. No. Back up. This morning, we got hash browns, we got potatoes, we got eggs, making pancakes for the family. The key to hash browns, in my opinion, you got to get them small, and you have to steam them before you fry them. Pan's full. We're going to season. Salt. We got paprika. And garlic. Tablespoon of each. We're going to get about 6 ounces of water in the potatoes. And they're going to sit on the stove. Medium-low heat. Put a lid on. And those are probably going to cook for 15, 20 minutes. While those are going, I'm going to chop up this onion because once they steam, we're going to add the onion and we're going to add oil. Good morning. I'm only using half an onion. The rest gets saved. Probably for fried rice for later. We're staying right now in Tennessee at an intentional community. And when we were walking the property this morning, after the rain we just had, there are shiitake mushrooms growing on the logs. And there's bok choy in the garden. So I will be making fried rice later with bok choy and shiitake mushrooms. And I'll use the other half of this onion. When I start using food, I like to plan meals ahead of time. That way I know I'm not going to be wasting anything. Here we're just going to dice the onion. we're going to put the diced onion aside. And then get to everyone's favorite part of breakfast. So this is what we are using to make our pancakes with. See if we can get a good without the sunlight coming in. This is Flour to the People. It is an organic brand out of Floyd, Virginia. And as a family, we only put grains in our body that can nourish us and support us. And so this has stone ground organic heritage wheat, Sonoran heritage wheat, organic buckwheat, organic spelt, and a little bit of baking soda. Now we are staying off grid right now, so we do have stuff going on the stove, but the phone's got to stay there because if I move the phone away from the window, we live in a schoolie. It is essentially a giant Faraday box, and when you take it away from the window, there's no longer service. So this is the angle you're going to get the whole time. To make pancake, this is all something that I do by eye. Because who has time for measurements? I'd say we probably have between 2 and 3 cups of flour. In this household, we like to make sure that the food that goes in our body is going to not only nourish our bodies, but also nourish our hearts. And with the individuals using stone to grind the grains, the time, attention, and energy feeds the heart. We're going to add a little homemade vanilla. A little baking powder so we have fluffy pancakes. We are going to cook them up in some homemade Amish butter. And then the eggs we're using are also homegrown local Amish eggs. So we're going to put some to the pancake mix. About a tablespoon of baking powder. Whisk that up. We're going to add some salt. We're going to add some sugar. This is organic cane sugar in the raw. You can also add maple syrup, probably about 5 tablespoons. Incorporate that. I'm going to come back here. We're going to mix up our hash browns. They are steaming right now. The key to good hash browns, so you got to steam them first. Everybody has their own way of cooking. This is just the way that I do it. All right, we're going to add some homemade vanilla. This is made with vanilla beans and some Rhode Island native whiskey bourbon. A lot of the vanilla you get at the grocery store is not actually made with vanilla beans. It's a lot of flavoring, and they add a lot of extra things to thin it out. We're doing it this way. See all those beans? The alcohol will extract the vanilla flavor, and it is delicious. We're going to add 2 eggs to this. As always. Eggshells go into the compost and go back to the earth. Turn our pan on here. And you can use milk for this. I'm going to use some water. The beauty of off-grid living, whether we have power or not. We're going to exit out of here. And we're going to do another one.